As you saw in the video, a person decided to travel for a year to make a video on his trip. All of these places look pretty cool. Good morning, parents, students, and faculty. For those who don't know me, I'm Quinton. I'm going to be talking about the pros of traveling the world and how it's good for the soul for better health and happiness, and the cons of world traveling. So why would one spend the time and money traveling the world? Firstly, world traveling introduces different cultures. One cannot be part of the world if one doesn't know what the world is and how it works. Learning about how other people in the world live can be enlightening and educational. Also, seeing other people's everyday lives teaches us respect and to be appreciative of what we have. World traveling reduces stress. World traveling offers a break from your stressful normal day life. From doing things you enjoy to just laying down on the beach can help reduce stress and tension. Less stress makes you a happier person. Also, world traveling reduces the chance of having a heart attack. A study was conducted over a 9-year period on 12,000 middle-aged men. The scientists found that the men who took a vacation at least one time a year were 30% less likely to have a heart attack. Travel creates lifetime memories. Traveling with your family will create lifetime memories. You will create more bonds with your family and can tell some stories about the trip to your friends. World traveling offers more insight and expands your knowledge. You can read and see pictures of a landmark, or you can actually experience it and see the landmark yourself. Many places offer more than meets the eye. However, traveling the world requires a lot of time and money. Here are some cons about world traveling. World travel is highly expensive. Depending on where you go, the cost of the whole vacation can be higher than you anticipated. One way to keep the costs low would be visiting a country whose currency is weaker than the US dollar, so then the trip will more likely be cheaper than if you visit a country whose currency is closer or stronger than the US dollar. Traveling the world can create a culture shock. Visiting a new country with a different culture, language, and currency can make you totally confused on your first few days. You don't know where to go or how to get there. These can be solved by doing a lot of planning before visiting the country. World travel makes you jet-lagged. If you are going to some places that are very far from the U.S., the time difference can be exhausting. When it is daytime in the U.S., it is nighttime in other countries. This can throw your sleeping pattern completely off, and it takes days to adjust to the country's time zones. World travel can make you homesick. My last con on world traveling is getting homesick, because traveling to another country with a different language and food can make you homesick after a week. Eating food of different cultures will expand your knowledge of food, but if you have food habits or diet restrictions, eating new foods could be a hazard for you. So you would have to make the time to plan ahead. Personally, I have been fortunate to travel to many countries. I visit South Africa and Mauritius, which is a small island near Madagascar, every summer, as this is where my parents grew up and where my grandparents live. I've also been to Singapore, France, Germany, Canada, Australia, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, and Jamaica. I would like to share some of my personal experiences that have struck me. The first thing I noticed that is different from the U.S. when I traveled abroad is the way or direction cars drive. The driver's seat is where the front passenger seat is in the U.S., and they drive on the left side of the road. This totally confused me at the beginning. They also refer to kilometers while we use miles. What I found most amusing are some of the terms that kept me asking what they were saying, like, "Go stand in the queue," and "Please wait, we'll be with you just now." The funniest of all was when my cousin told me the ice cream place is just after the robot. I wondered what robot he meant when I couldn't see one, but what he meant were the traffic lights. My last and most awesome trip overseas was to England last Christmas, and my lifetime memory from that trip was to experience a live soccer match between Liverpool and Manchester City. To me, the benefits of travel cannot be stated in words or shown in pictures, but it is an experience that has to be lived and enjoyed personally with your own eyes. I gain wisdom and maturity after each trip I undertake, and I always look forward to my next trip with great excitement. To conclude, Today, cheaper flights are allowing more and more people to travel than ever before. In my opinion, traveling is part of education. It brings people closer to each other despite their differences in culture, language, and distance. Most people today would agree that world traveling has more positive aspects than negative ones and is the buzzword of today's generation. So parents, students, and faculty, let's travel the world and explore the unknown. Fill your life with experiences, not things. Have stories to tell, not stuff to show. Thank you and have a wonderful Tuesday.